Go.
Okay? All right, now what we're doing here is making sure that this level is a good level.
Oh, there you go.
Because just between, you can grab a level and you assume that it's level, but it's not necessarily level. So what you do is you hold it up, and you see where the bubble is, and you take the level and you turn it around, make sure it's in the same place, and make sure you get the same reading. If you don't get the same reading when you turn that around, throw that level in the woods because it's going to screw you up big time, all right? So you always want to check, make sure that the bubble here is the same as the bubble there, all right? And if they're not, you're in trouble. And the same thing horizontally. If you put it down this way, you check the bubble here, and then you go end for end like that, and you check the bubble there. And they always want to be the same. And if they're not, the level's no good. So just a quick way to double check. Now that we have a good level, let's stand up some posts. For every post, we need 2 2x4s 12 feet or longer. Start 4-inch timber lock screw in the end of each 2x4. Now that the 2x4s are ready to go, we can erect the corner post. Always carefully check the orientation of each post. The patches of black paint will always face the outside of the building. One person always will hold the bottom of the post as it is being raised. Another person will be designated to hold the post in place until it is fully secured. A 4-inch timberlock screw is installed in each outside surface of the post. At least one person will always be holding this post until it is fully secured. The first 2x4 is held in place while the top screw is drilled in. Snug the head of each screw to the 2x4, but do not bury it, as it will be difficult to remove later on. Once the post is determined to be plumb, the bottom screw is drilled in. The second 2x4 is installed in the same way so that the corner post will be plumb in both directions. The person holding the post will now be done. When you have a situation where you got one out in the middle and you're not sure which way goes where, these are labeled. So this says C, so that means it's aiming towards C down there. If you flip it over, it should say A, which means the A is heading this way. And the reason is that we, especially in rough cut, but even on plain timbers, there's always a little variation. So those shoulder cuts right here are custom made for each end of the beam. One end of the beam may be a little different than the other. So we always make these cuts after we do the beams, and we custom cut them to each one. So this always wants to be aiming. So this one wants to aim towards A, the other side wants to aim towards B. Okay? When one end of a 2x4 brace cannot be secured to the deck by a cleat, you will need to install a 2x4 on edge with one end secured to the sill and the other end secured by the weight of a sandbag. When erecting posts other than the beginning end posts, you must brace the side with the shoulder cut out of plumb by half a bubble away from your starting end post. The side without the shoulder cut will be braced plumb. This is necessary because the bottom of the beam setting on the shoulder cut is longer and will not fit between the posts if the post is plumb. Once the beam is in place, the post will be leveled. There we are, half a bubble out of plumb, leaving room to fit.